My video for July the 16th, 2018 is entitled Cell Phones and Personal Communication. A longtime friend sent me what he said was a long text message to my phone number, which is a landline. Of course, I did not get it. Text messages do not appear on landline phones. To many, my resistance to cell phones may seem strange, if not stupid. Yes, I know there is technology that allows us to be tracked anywhere. There are no hiding places, and some would even say there is no privacy. Sad, if true. However, my objection is to the way I see cell phones as limiting actual face-to-face conversation. I've been in restaurants where people are sitting right next to each other, yet they are each texting. I assume someone other than the person next to them. To me, that is rude. Yet it is becoming more and more commonplace. At one time, I even had two people sitting in my car texting each other. I guess they were saying something I was not supposed to hear. In any case, old-fashioned or not, conversation is more than just words to me. It includes facial expression and body language. I even like eye contact. What a geek I guess I am. Yeah, I wasn't planning on making a video this morning. Lately, I've been making the videos in the afternoon. But in reading that email, I thought I have to comment on that because that just pushed buttons for me. I have actually two cell phones. One is free and one I pay for. The one I pay for, I keep in my car. I don't wear it. I sometimes, if I'm going to be out for a long period of time or something, I might click it onto my belt, but that's rare, very rare. The other one I keep in my house. It's the free cell phone. And in fact, when I have to make one phone call a month to keep it free. And I usually call my landline phone and sometimes my cell phone if I happen to bring that up with me, which I very rarely do. But in any case, cell phones to me, I have very simple cell phones. They don't have the big screen on them. They're not, I don't know how big that is, maybe 3 by 5 inches or something like that. Like it's about the size of an index card, I think many of them are. Mine is much smaller than that. It's maybe 2 inches wide. And I shouldn't have put the number on it. That was a mistake. I hope nobody freeze frames that. In any case, and that doesn't have the area code anyway, so unless it's local, it wouldn't make any difference. And that phone virtually nobody calls me on that phone. Only my kids have the number. I don't think any of my close friends even have that number. I think few of my close friends might have the one that's in the car, but if they call me on it, I don't hear it. And I don't check messages on it either, because that's not my primary means of communication. I live on the internet a lot, or I spend a lot of time on the internet, and I use a landline telephone. Yes, I know. Ron, you're so old-fashioned. Get up with the times. I've explained why in the blurb. I want, when I'm talking to somebody, it's nice to be able to see them. Now, I know you can't see me, but you notice I put my face on the screen. You can see my eyes. Even when I'm making videos with someone else, it's not, they can see my expression and I can see their expression as we're talking with each other because it's right there. Their pictures are right next to each other. And it's been a long time since I've done a video with more than two people. When there's more than two people, of course, I guess if I remember right, then it's the person that's talking that's on the screen. But it's been so long, as I said, since I've done that. It's been since the ambassadors days, and that's a long time ago. Folks, one of the things that the friend that sent me the text message is we're supposed to be getting really close to the announcement of GESARA, the Global Economic Stability and Recovery Act. And the funds are supposed to become available to ordinary people, especially to visionaries that want to help those countries like Haiti and places in Latin America and Africa and other, and even Asia, and even places in the United States, for God's sake, are impoverished. I mean, I see people living under overpasses on highways, and I'm told that not far from a place where I go regularly, in a wooded area, there's a lot of homeless people living in the woods there. I don't know what kind of shelters they have. I've never been back in that section. But in any case, I'm told that there's a lot of that. And of course, in Florida, especially in the wintertime, you would have a lot of people coming from up north to stay relatively warm. I mean, it does get somewhat cold here once in a while, but not very often. Certainly not like it does further north. What I'm trying to say, folks, is that if you're trying to reach me by my cell phone, the odds of getting through to me are minimal. I have a landline, and if I'm not in my house, sitting at my desk or where I can hear the phone ring, then I don't need that call. You can leave a message, and I will, when I notice that the message is blinking on the machine, I will call back, unless it's a telemarketer or something like that. Then I won't call back. So anyway, I wanted to make an explanation of this, and I know it's not going to please some people. I know my criticism of people sitting next to each other in public places and each texting someone else on their cell phone. I know that's going to not go over too well, because in fact, I've been for walks in the park, now that I'm thinking about it, where two people are walking right next to each other. And do you think they're having a conversation with each other or admiring the scenery around them and all the plants and sometimes squirrels and birds and other creatures? No, they're texting. So I guess I've made my point. There's no point in making this a much longer video. You can take it or leave it. It's just my point of view. And please understand that I'm not trying to tell you what to do. And I hope the RV does happen soon, and I hope that I get the message through a means that works for me. Cell phone isn't that way. Thank you for listening. Namaste.